Dalton Schultz says our identity is running the ball. I don't know. Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? How are y'all feeling? Listen, tomorrow, joint practice with the Denver Broncos. I'm excited. I cannot wait to hear the reports that come out of Denver. I want to see how the team is operating versus other players. I know it's a joint practice. I know it's controlled. I know scenarios are controlled. It's not an open scrimmage. Not that I think, but I just want to hear how our players are going against their players. That's it. I want to hear how these corners do. I want to hear how this D-line does. I want to definitely see how this offensive line does. But Dalton Schultz, pardon me, I spilled something on my shirt, but it is what it is. Dalton Schultz had an interesting quote. When asked recently, shout out to John Machota because this tweet comes from his page on Twitter. The identity of the Cowboys, Dalton Schultz says, run the ball. We have a great offensive line. We're going to be a running team. Now, let me break this down into two, let me compartmentalize. Is there anything wrong with being a running team? No, if you can pass when you need to. If that's the type of offense we're going to end up having because we are lacking some wide receiver talent, or let me say lacking some proven wide receiver talent, I definitely want to see how some of these guys perform before I just write them off. That's just me. That's fine. But if Dalton Schultz is saying that we're about to shift back to 2016, we're not going to do it. We just not going to do it. You don't pay a quarterback that much money and then run the ball predominantly outside of an extinction level event, catastrophic, wild injuries, knock on wood, mad people went down, receivers and quarterback, and you're relegated to running. You don't do that. And that's not what I think we're going to become. Now, let me go back to a strategy that I put out there, and we will definitely touch on this as we get closer to week one. I'm on record saying, and you can find the video if you got some free time, because I drive a lot. I'm on record saying that I want us to come out and be a running team earlier in the season. Because of the youth on this team, I feel like running the ball establishes confidence with your young offensive line, your reshuffled offensive line. It establishes confidence with your physical left guard. His biggest attribute is his physicality. He wants to get off his heels and push people around. He don't want to catch. You know what I'm saying? Not yet. He's athletic enough to do it. My point is, build confidence doing what he can do best. Let's go forward. Use the excellent running back, because I've been telling y'all for weeks, stop sleeping on Zeke. 10-plus touchdowns. Stop sleeping on Zeke. You can't score double-digit touchdowns in a season and people act like you trash. I'm tired. That's stupid. You can't trip and fall and score 10 times. You can't trip and fall and score once in the NFL. It's hard to get a touchdown, let alone 10. Put some respect on Zeke's name. To score 10 touchdowns and people to disregard you is nuts. But I think that first week, Tampa's been reeling. Russell Gage got an injury. I don't know how severe it is. Leonard Fournette weighs as much as me. That's not a good deal. They got a reshuffling of their offensive line. And I feel like Tampa's going to come out and try to do the same thing against us. Oh, and Mike Evans is hurt a little bit, and Godwin is still healing, like Michael Gallup. So running the ball, I think this game is going to be different than last year. Last year, we was lighting it up. Tom was throwing, we was throwing. Dak came out throw for 400-plus yards, I believe. It was one of them days. I don't think that's going to be this year. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. But what I think is we're going to come out and establish that physicality. I'm hoping that Dalton ain't putting the cart before the horse and talking too much. But I really do feel like we're going to come out, Tony Pollard, Zeke Elliott, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even Dowd will get out there. It don't matter. Jet sweeps, Turpin, misdirection, motion, getting the defense off kilter, play action. I feel like that's week one. They're going to try to bracket CD shade coverage and dare Dak to throw after they stack the box. And I feel like we're going to I think we have the offensive line to run them up out of the stack box. I do. And I also feel like Dak is talented enough. He's talented enough to throw his way out of that. I'm not saying he's going to bombs away. I'm just saying you stack the box, you leave him with one-on-ones, Dak's going to punish you. You leave CD Lamb one-on-one. Because you can't stack the box and shade coverage. You got to pick one. You feel me? You leave Dak with an open receiver, he's going to get him. He's going to get to him. So I don't think that's the case. I just feel like we're going to come out offensively, and we're going to make them respect the run. No question. And it's one of those things where I agree with Dalton Schultz in that vein. I think we'll be a way more balanced team this year. I'm thinking 65-35, and that's amazing. Because some weeks in Dallas, it can be 75-25. 65-35 without me getting specific, but 60-40 is what I would love. I would love 30 carries a game. 30 carries a game. What I'll probably get, 25. Get me 25 carries, I sleep good at night. I will. 25 carries. That means like 8 touches for Tony, right? 8 touches for Tony, like 17 to 18 for Zeke. 17 to 18 carries is amazing for a running back. 8 for Tony. Tony can make things happen because he's a home run hitter. But that's moving the ball around. That's staying physical. That's keeping the defense honest. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. So if Dalton is saying we're going to be a more physical, disciplined team, a more balanced team, I agree with him. But are we going to come out and run the ball 65-40? No. Dak Prescott is not going to become a quarterback that throws 20 times a game. Just, if you in the comments hating, if you come in and say that's what Dak need to do, I can't even take you seriously. Like, let's he threw 37 touchdowns last year. Like, let's not act retarded. Dak Prescott is not Jalen Hurts. Somebody that needs to run, to balance up, to get play action, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Needs to use his legs, all that things. I want Dak to do those things, but it's different. Hit the whole clock in his head. He's just in a different level. The game is slowed down for him. He sees things on the field that somebody like that can't. So no, it's not going to be. No, we're not going to be a run team. That's not our identity. As my boy Jay Tuck said earlier this week, we don't got an identity. But maybe we can establish one. Maybe our identity can be balance. I'm not mad at that balance because earlier last year, go look to our success. Look at that 6-1 record. Look at that heading to New England. What were we good at? Balance. Zeke was balling before the patella tendon. Dak was having an incredible MVP type open to the season. Things changed when, of course, Dak got the calf. Zeke got the patella tendon. We got away from balance. Start shuffling the offensive line, all kinds of movement. Things got crazy. So all we need to do is focus on balance. So yes, if you're going to say we're going to run the ball more consistently, I'm with you, Dalton, but we're not a running team. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about us being more balanced. Tell me how you feel about the scrimmage tomorrow. I probably will go live at the reports that come out at the scrimmage because we'll start having an idea of what some of these players really look like. But it's your boy, Mr. Rome, man. Ow.